We will have police escort to take them into the buildings to retrieve their belongings at 6 p.m. today.
I have another question. Maybe the police would answer is: was an arm recovered on the scene? Did you recover the firearm that was used? And so
we're not releasing that information.
So you don't know, or you can't tell us what type of a firearm?
I cannot. Not at this time. Again, this is still a crime scene. Our crime scene unit, the Harris County Sheriff's Office, is still processing this as a crime scene. We need to gather all of the evidence. As you can imagine, this is a rather large campus. We had to make sure that every single building was secure. We had to make sure that there were no other victims anywhere on this campus. So that is a long and tedious task for our deputies. But at this point, as far as we know, as far as the information that was gathered, is that it has been deemed a safe campus. However, it's still a crime scene. So it's still closed off to the public because we have crime scene tape around the area, and that's still being processed. Any more information about suspect identities or victim identities or any charges being filed, that will likely come from us tomorrow. If it becomes available anytime sooner, I will absolutely make sure that everyone receives that information. But this is all that we can release at this time. Thank you, guys.
Any suspects in custody?
How many suspects in custody? Can you clarify again?
Again, we don't have anybody in custody per se in the sense that no one's been charged. We have 2 individuals that we believe to have been involved in that initial argument at the hospital.
Are you holding them? Those 2 individuals?
They're injured. They're not going anywhere. They're in the hospital.
How many shots were fired?
We do not know.
Of those, one had a student ID.
One of them, at least one of them, had a student ID, as well as a female who had a health issue. Again, we don't know exactly if she had a heart attack or a stroke, but she too carried a student ID.
But one of those 2 individuals,
correct, she was not involved.
one of those 2 individuals who were being questioned who were at the hospital, they also had a student ID? Or?
At least one of them had a student ID on him. Yes.
The initial argument, was that over?
We do not know why the initial argument was even started.
So there were 4 people affected.
Correct.
2 people of interest, 2 were wounded. 1 person had a health problem, and a maintenance worker was an innocent bystander.
Correct. That was wounded. Yes. All right.
This timeline, there's a lot of confusion.
I can't.
Please understand, we just cleared the scene and rendered it safe by virtue of the HROU, the Harris County Sheriff's Office, and the Houston Police Department SWAT team. We're still putting the pieces together. I have detectives on the scene. I'm the commander over the homicide division. I have detectives on the scene right now. I have detectives on the scene that are currently conducting an investigation. I have the crime scene unit is going through the crime scene piece by piece. So we have to strategically and methodically go through this building and collect the evidence and piece together the investigation before we can provide any additional information. We'd love to give you additional information, we just don't have it all at this time. We do have 2 people of interest that we have detained and we are questioning at this time, but we haven't determined their exact involvement. So we don't know who did what exactly at this time until we can complete our investigation.
Can you tell us when the first 911 call was received?
No. I can only tell you what the sheriff's office received. I mean, there may have been other 911 calls placed, but what the sheriff's office received, as far as I know, right now is 12:51 is when we received the first call. If our logs show that to be differently, then I will let you know. But at this point, is 12:51 is what I can tell you.
Can you tell us when the shots were fired?
We have no idea.
Yeah,
we
obviously it was before 12:50 when the sheriff's office received the call. We had a very short response time where the officers arrived on the scene and worked with the other agencies, the City of Houston, Precinct 4, and the Lone Star College Police Department. As far as exactly when the shooting occurred, obviously, again, it's going to be before the 12:50 when the sheriff's office received the call. But until we complete our investigation, we're not going to be able to provide any additional information as far as that goes.
We can check the tape on that. Can I make sure we're clear on how many people are in the hospital? 3 or 4?
3.
3. She just said both people involved in the shooting were in the hospital. Is that correct?
We have 4 in the hospital.
Correction, I apologize. Yeah, it's 4 in the hospital.
We're all
Right.
solid on 4.
Right.
4 in the hospital, yes.
Okay, who's in the hospital? 2 people involved in the shooting, maintenance man, and a female teacher who had some sort of condition?
We don't know who that female is other than she had some sort of medical issue and was transported to the hospital.
Not a teacher. No charges filed and no suspects still at large.
We don't believe any other suspects are out there. We believe we have the people of interest detained at this time. But until, again, we complete our investigation, we are unable to determine which charges are actually going to be filed and if these are in fact our suspects, but we believe that we do have the people of interest.
What's your name, David?
I'm Captain Ken Melanson of the Harris County Sheriff's Office. I'm the commander over the General Investigations Division.
Spell it, please.
It's MELANCON.
And there's a little confusion about the friendly fire. The friendly fire. There's a little
It was-
He mistakenly said friendly fire.
Yeah, it was an accident. It was the maintenance guy was the innocent bystander. He was not involved in the incident, to our knowledge.
So you're
But
saying
again,
the
yeah,
accident
it was an
involved
accidental. But to our again, this is an ongoing investigation.
Can you
Okay.
tell us what that argument was about?
We don't know.
Any additional updates will come to you guys via email. We have the representatives from Lone Star College here. If you have any questions, I'm sure they'll be able to answer as far as when can people start coming back to school and all that good stuff. On behalf of the Sheriff's Office, again, it continues to be a crime scene. It continues to be processed. Any additional details or updates, I will give them to you via email, whether it's tonight or tomorrow. Thank you, guys.